Hey, hey, how's it going, fellas? Back again today. I said yesterday that I would be playing Rust tonight, but I bought it, and because of the whole internet connection thing, well, it's not gonna get downloaded tonight. So, I was kinda getting hit with a craving for some Danganronpa 2, and so that's what we're gonna do tonight. Gonna pick up where we left off at the trial for the second case. The murder of Mahiru. Alright. Make sure I got all my skills set. Okay, steady to aim. Cover focus, gauge faster. Okay, awesome. Alright, here we go. Right on into the class trial.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Yeah, so we had Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. And of course, the girl who got killed at the beginning. So looking at the staff roll that rolled at the end of the game, we had Tsumiki, Koizumi, Hiyoko, Miyota, Sato, Kuzuryu twice. There are 2 Kuzuryus. First character the player was able to control was Girl A. Oh crap, I don't remember who's who. It's not Mikan. Mikan wasn't... was probably... Hiyoko. Oh, so it is...
Damn it!
Mikan?
I see!
Okay, so it is Mikan.
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
Okay, the one who said that was Girl D. Oh, Girl D was the one who carried the camera around with her? It's been a couple days since I played that game.
Damn it!
Huh? I don't think her camera takes videos. Okay, so it was Girl C. Fuck.
Damn it!
I hate that I'm taking hits for this. I literally don't remember the game that well.
I see!
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Hyper energetic and unique. Ibuki.
I see!
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday. Let's move on to Girl D.
God damn it, Ibuki. That would be Mahiru,
I see!
our victim of the
Girl
case.
D is my hero. The victim in this case.
Like I said.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Guy F has to be Fuyuhiko. He's the only
I see.
guy on the credits roll.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyota, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat
Big
the
facts.
game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
Mm-hmm. I know damn well what it means. To call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. He had a little sister.
I can prove it with this.
In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way,
Facts.
what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I can see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is the girl who died at the beginning.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easy, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone.
This guy's fucking whack.
That's why. I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
That's what you want to
If
believe.
so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be the same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Yeah, you tell him, Monokuma.
What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
Okay, one quick sec here. I want to set something up. I forgot that I had purchased this earlier today, and this is going to make the stream a little bit more interesting. I got paid today. So... I can... Let's see. I can just... There we go. Allow. There it is. Holy shit, why is it so big? Hold on a moment. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, so that is an issue. Well, let's start with the webcam frame. I want to move it up to the top. There. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Come Okay. Sorry I'm setting this up midstream, but like I said, I kind of forgot that I did it. Transform. Edit transform. That's a bit too much. Let's go with 475. Still a bit too much. 465. Wait a minute. Okay, so it wants to fit to that edge of the fucking screen. 19. Okay, that should be about right, and then we can take this, bump it up to 475, 485, 485. That looks about right. I'll let you guys tell me whether or not that actually looks right on the stream. Actually, let me go ahead and pop up my dashboard here. Full screen it. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Alright, there we go. Webcam is up and operational. We'll talk about that more later, but I wanted to set that up. Okay, the reason Girl E was killed. Girl E was the killer.
I see!
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Big
Which
facts.
means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Damn.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl
Hey, Raph,
C,
what's
and
up?
Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the
I got a
sound of glass
webcam.
breaking.
And I just realized that
Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside,
Oh no, that's just how the frame is. Okay.
they found the victim's body, dead from a
Oh my
blow to
God.
the head.
Holy shit.
Because the music room's
Okay,
window was
that's about
broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Okay, hold on a second.
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
Okay, before I continue on with this, Couple things. One, let me know with the webcam if it needs to be like moved anywhere. I think I've got it pretty much sorted out at this point. But you know, just need to be on the safe side. Second thing, Wrath, you weren't here for most of the time that I was playing Case 2, right? I mean, I streamed the whole thing, but I don't think you were actually here for it. Okay. So basically, Reader's Digest version. We were going to the beach. We went to the beach to go set up some stuff. We were gonna have like a fun day of playing games and stuff. We get to the beach house. Mihiru is dead. Okay, so you were here for that part. Okay. Then I can pick up from there. So the end of the game has a credit roll, listing all the characters. I think you saw everybody because Guy F had come on at the very last second. But it listed all the characters, and they were all tied to actual characters, like in the killing game right now. So there was Fuyuhiko was Guy F. None of those people. Hiyoko was girl B. Mahiru was girl D. Mikan is girl A. Ibuki is girl C. The girl at the beginning of the game that got murdered is Fuyuhiko's little sister. And girl E is a yet-to-be identified character. But basically the game itself was based off of an actual murder case in the game. So that's where we're at right now. We've identified all of the characters. We have a map layout of the game. And we're just trying to figure out who committed the murder of Mihiru.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Oh yeah. Alright, here we go. Holy shit. Okay, so we've got girlies.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school? To the front of the music room. To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Was at the entrance.
Hold on. Let me check out the entrance hall photo. Okay, I don't see anything with the entrance hall photo. Do I not have access? Yeah, okay.
The other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
I think it
She
actually
probably
might
used a
have
hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
been... Okay, so I think it's the vase.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
I want to check out one more thing. Okay, so there's the broken vase, that. The school swimsuit, I don't see how that has anything to do with this.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Was at the entrance hall. The other 4 girls should have been there.
Yeah.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
There we go.
No, that's wrong!
Thought it was that one.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder
Who
weapon.
cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
The guy.
Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
Unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. Okay. Have to do it. I'll do it. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Thanks, Tutorial Man. Was I out of line just now? Yes. Now then, there's something I needed to tell you regarding the white noise and the non-stop debates. Okay. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always be able to destroy them in one shot. Fuck, that's different from the last game. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. It can also make it pretty hard to shoot some things. Yeah, I'm not Sephargential. Oh, I didn't raise no bitch. It appears the debate is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Gundam? Gundam. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Probably not Gundam, though. Was I out of line just now? This game. Well then, good luck, and have fun. Broken fish tank, killer escape route, swimsuit, victim crime scene, broken vase photo. Probably not the broken vase photo, since
A
we
weapon
just
inside the music room,
used
huh?
it.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Damn it!
I mean, you literally just head clocked her with the fish
A
tank.
weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
I suppose so.
Then the piano.
Yeah, the piano, obviously.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
Let's take another look at the victim's crime scene photo. Nothing there. Nothing with a broken vase. Or the stolen swimsuit. What if she smashed her head into the window and that's why it's broken?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
No?
Damn it!
Okay.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Oh, did I use the victim's...
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Shit, did I use the wrong thing?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Yep.
Then the piano.
Obviously not.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Yeah, I don't think it's the fist.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Okay, so
What
it
about
should have been
broken
the
glass?
killers. Yeah, I'm gonna try this again, because okay, I didn't fuck it up earlier. Okay.
Damn it!
So what would
A
it
weapon
be
inside the
then?
music room, huh?
Broken base.
What about broken glass?
Fish tank, escape route.
Isn't the
stolen
cause of death a
switch.
blow to the head? Then
Fucking shit. Alright, let me investigate the swimsuit a little bit. Girlie had her swimsuit stolen by someone. Let's see why that would have anything to do with it. It's not the vase. The vase was in the next room and it was used as a decoy. The victim's crime scene photo? See, but I can't see anything except for... You know what, we're gonna use the victim's crime scene photo with the fists.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
Actually, wait.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Doesn't Fuyuhiko say something that I can
if it's
actually
a weapon that was used
contradict?
to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
No. Shit!
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Might be the victim's crime scene photo with
Then the
Fuyuhiko's
piano.
statement.
Why are you going even bigger?
Like, I'm
The
really uncertain what
investigation
the game
conducts
wants
universal
from me.
chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
I'm pretty positive
How
that
about
she
beating her with
hit her
gravel
head into the
instead?
window.
If it's a weapon
just
that
a
was
matter
used to
of
beat
getting
them
there.
to death, it should have had blood stains.
Okay, so it's not that.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music
is
room,
it?
huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Damn it!
I'm really confused. I don't see anything in the... Okay. So there's nothing here that distinctifies what got her killed. Broken vase, not in the same room. Swimsuit wasn't even involved in the first killing. This is the thing that I think has to do with it, the killer's escape route. Because it would make sense if she bashed her head into the window, that way it would be one, an unconventional weapon, two, wouldn't have any blood stains on it, assuming all the right glass pieces fell out. And it would just make sense for the killing as a whole. Gravel and water. Okay. Well, I'm about to try something really fucking stupid,
What
but
about
we won't
broken
try it.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I'm at such a fucking loss with this. Yeah, gravel is too small, but I'm really grasping at straws here.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Alright, hold up. Okay. I really hate having to use guides like this, but this literally doesn't make any fucking sense.
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
What? I'm gonna go with it.
Got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
Clearly.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
I guess it's probably just for me not knowing where the hell the swimsuit
The
was
weapon
and
is
when.
something that appeared in the game.
'Cause like I said, it's
and
been
so
a
is
little
the
bit since I
bag.
played this. I usually play the cases
And
in
the
one
only
sitting
thing
at a
I can
time.
think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with
Is
one
that a fucking
stone.
Phoenix Wright reference?
To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen.
Okay, so it did disappear on
And
the first
if that
day.
swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does
I
that
guess
mean?
so. Yeah,
The piece
she
of
was
face that
told.
became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Yep, that's an easy one. It's Fuyuhiko.
I see!
It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's
Sure.
all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is, I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like totally stolen.
even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
They're definitely related. There's an important shared point between Girl E's murder and Mahiru's murder. The bat.
I can prove it with this! I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles.
Thanks,
And-
Peko.
It's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Ryoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
Yeah.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
Right now we're gonna stick with footprints on the beach because
What are
those
you saying, you
definitely
bride
belong
troll?
to her.
Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
Fuck.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
Fuck, you didn't.
No, that's wrong! Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
Oh, isn't that convenient?
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't accept it at face value.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass! She's obviously lying!
Yeah.
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that. I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru.
Oh shit, that was
At the
totally
beach
the
house?
fucking thing that I needed to click on.
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots? I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Cool.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
Okay, so it was the earlier one, and I guess it just
I did
bounced
go to
off
the beach
because fuck
house.
me. I probably shot it too
during
late.
my morning walk. I didn't go any
Oh my
other
dear
time.
fucking sweet Jesus.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
No, she
I
did see
go to
her.
the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
There we go.
No, that's wrong!
That took way too fucking long.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
Yeah, I read this earlier.
That letter! It's the one Mahiro had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
Facts.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Yeah, we all did.
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Yep.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along.
That would be too easy.
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out.
Unfortunately, that would be too easy.
And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru.
I would love for
There's evidence for that too.
Hiyoko to be gone. I hate her.
Here!
The place where Hiyoko was hiding.
I have a theory. The killer is Sonya, never mind. That's my theory. The reason being, as much as I hate to admit it, I do kind of believe Hiyoko that she doesn't know about the letter. She had never seen it before. The other thing is truth bullets. This, the pretty anime girl mask. Sonya is the one who identified it, and it was found near the scene of the crime. And then in the shower room, there's an iron-barred window really high up, which was likely used as an escape route. However, you can't access it if there are only if there's only one person. And Hiyoko went out the front, which means that there's somebody who Hiyoko helped get up there in order to get out that window. And I think that person is Sonya. We'll see.
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
Why wouldn't she have been able to leave the body?
We have presented the proof! My 4 Dark Devas of Destruction didn't even need to come out!
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Hiyoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head! Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer!
It's true that Hyoko's suspicious, but there's something strange. Indeed. Something doesn't make sense. Can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone.
I shall...
Okay. I'm sorry, we've got what? Footprints on the...
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt.
Wait. The iron barred window. The killer's escape route. I wonder if they're mirroring the first killing by using a window escape route. I don't know.
You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
I don't know why this is a piece of evidence. And I don't think I have any reason to use it right now. Because it's just a trash can full of bottles. And it'll get used for something, but I don't think it's part of
At
this.
the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
No, it's not. There's definitely something wrong.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. That doesn't match up with the color yellow. None of those do. Let me check this thing again. Yeah, they're like some green ones, but they don't look like that.
At the time, the door facing the road.
Okay, I think I know what the way to move forward is. I'm gonna have to cycle through again.
So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. No, that's wrong.
Got it.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
Hey man, gummies are good.
You're a
Love
midget
those
too,
gummies.
you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's
Yeah.
not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
And there it is.
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy. See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap!
So Peko is also a little bit
Damn it!
suspicious
Who
for
would
trying
set
to
a
direct
trap like
suspicion
this?
to
Get my
Hiyoko.
revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid!
Yeah,
I'm not
a little
done
bit.
backing you into a corner yet!
Okay, we're just gonna let this play out. Yellow gummy.
There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks
Okay,
to her.
no, okay, that's what
We
it
have
is.
the evidence we need.
That's wrong!
No, she died on impact
I
of
left
the
those
bat.
footprints during my morning walk!
I still don't think
We're not done
that
with
she left it
Hiyoko
in
yet.
the morning walk.
There's
I
still a
think
huge
that's wrong.
piece of evidence left!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the
Fucking
road.
shit.
Thanks to her. We have the evidence we need.
These double tap
That's
silencer things.
I left
Well,
those
gonna have to
footprints during
adjust
my
to it.
morning walk!
Yeah.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet!
Come on.
There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength.
No, she didn't.
No, that's wrong! Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Fuyuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true! Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled the body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Heko had gone for a swim.
She was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me!
There it is.
We haven't decided that yet!
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer! If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it. The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach can be proven. Did you get all that, you bastard? So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
No,
Allow
she
me
didn't.
to cut through those words. Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Big facts.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
She can't tie her own fucking thing. Her own knot.
I see.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before.
Why did my health bar fill back up?
Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little.
Oh,
Wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place? Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me!
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body!
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life. That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See? I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru.
She didn't have any motive to do it.
Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die! I'm sorry for being pig barf!
Yeah, it was. He was pushing really hard to get her pinned.
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Well,
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap!
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier... Damn it! So that was a lie?
yeah, she's a little lying piece of shit.
I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... Around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, she got the same letter. Is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. This time is still the same at 2 p.m. Interesting. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It'd be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Mahiru Koizumi. Interesting.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Yes, it does.
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
Can we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30. The one that Hiyoko got was at
Mahiru's
2.
letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hiyoko's letter,
Change the place. 2 p.m. Yep, 2 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
it's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hiyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
Yeah, there's clearly a third party at work here. Both of them were forged.
I see.
The killer must have forged both letters.
Yeah.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all.
This guy is fucking crazy.
It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened
Need
afterward.
to get rid of that.
What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Medicine?
That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
What's she gonna do about it?
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but...
The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep,
and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Oh my god.
Hyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
You seem really adamant to push
This'll
her.
never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want.
Hey.
This motherfucker's asleep.
Hey! Whoa! He's sleeping!
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive. Okay, we're at the suspension, so I believe that's about the halfway point?
Well now,
I'd like to present the answer right here, right now.
Hey!
If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't. See, that's a seriously big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. Who's the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... You can't. Everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears.
correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me. The only person interested in other languages is Sonya. I don't know if that actually has anything to do with it. It's just kind of like a break to just kind of digest the class trial, because the class trials in this game are definitely longer than the ones in the first game. Like, this one has already taken an hour and a half. In the first game, the class trial would likely already be over.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything! How annoying! But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, now that we've...
Was that a fucking jab at me, game? Don't forget to save regularly. Fuck you. Yeah, I get it. I lost my save file.
If the killer was luring Hiyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up,
Of course.
was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
What the hell does that
If
mean?
the killer planted evidence while Hiyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
Who else came
The
from
killer
the
returned
house?
to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
Holy sh!
I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there!
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? I'm having fun with this one. If so, we prepared the perfect product for you. Oh, dear sweet Jesus. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. Okay? In the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse course. You can move sideways with the mouse and accelerate with the control key. Okay. Press right mouse button to brake and left mouse button to jump. The various obstacles as you progress through the course. So make sure you're familiar with these controls so you can reach the goal. On your journey, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. I highly recommend that you make good use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice to you. Probably good for deciding on the questions. Press the escape key to review the controls. Good luck, have fun. She's right, this is a very important problem. If the killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Thanks, buddy. Okay. Okay. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before Hiyoko arrived. Okay. Question numero dos. I'm not sure what that on the floor is. This. Question 2. When did the killer leave the beach house? Before Hiyoko left. Oh, okay. So you have to choose correctly or you will drop. Question 3. Where was the killer hiding while Hiyoko was unconscious? Where else in the beach house could they have hidden? There's only the shower. She said they weren't there, and she was inside the closet, so it couldn't have been that. So there's nowhere inside of the beach house that it could have been. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, beach house it is. Let's go. Oh, that's it? Alright.
It's all coming together! Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying?
I don't know where the hell
Stop
it
being annoying or
is.
I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
I don't really want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. Where the hell could they have hidden?
Crap!
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Crap!
Like I said, this doesn't make any sense.
Crap! Here!
In the closet with Hiyoko? Which we already established only has room for one
Probably
person.
hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Yeah. The killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance. The place that the killer was hiding inside of the closet was... under a fucking kayak?
Crap!
Alright.
Crap! Here!
There. Was that supposed to
What
be
about the
obvious?
surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Yeah. Alright.
Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf
Yeah, she
it
was.
on.
Hold on. She was saying that it was on the right shelf. Like when I made my first guess, she was like, "But where on the right shelf?" So, yeah, it was on the right shelf. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be going anytime soon. Well, I don't know. I don't think he's the type to kill. But I honestly wouldn't be shocked if he's one of the people who gets killed.
Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place.
It's always the worst when a killer
We
or a
haven't been
character
on
you
this
like
island
dies.
that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy. I think.
I was really sad when Sakura kicked the bucket in the first game.
The killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently,
Fuck.
and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
What?
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
Oh god.
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You
What?
don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? it doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange.
So there was Soda, me, and Hiyoko. Those 3 people. Actually, no. No, I wasn't among those 3 people because the body discovery announcement went off before I actually got to the body. So Soda, Hiyoko, and 1 other person had discovered the body before I got there. Yeah, Little Girl and Shark Boy. So there's 1 person that we don't know who discovered the body before I got there.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
Duh.
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be alright. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Truth flashback. Oh, is that the one where you memorize? Okay, yeah, you memorize a weak point and you can use it as a truth bullet. Alright, yeah, I know how this function works. Okay, you can't use it to agree. Got it. Okay, so it's only giving me 1 bullet, and it's gonna make me use the truth flashback.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Are you fucking kidding me? You didn't memorize that?
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Okay, I think for this one I have to memorize
What did the killer do
the
with the
second
blood on
weak
their
point
body?
about washing
Maybe
it
they
a
simply
different
washed
way.
it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
And use it on that weak point.
They didn't have to use the shower. Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower...
There we go.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
That takes
They
longer
cut it up and
in this
whoosh.
game. It didn't take that long
As
in
someone
the
who
first game.
flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Sonya was in a wetsuit. I don't think it's Sonya anymore. First of all, she hasn't really been involved in this trial whatsoever. Like, she hasn't done anything. Second thing, Peko was the one who initially pushed I've lost the word for it. She made everybody question Hiyoko. And if she was the one who committed the murder, right after the murder, she had gone for a swim. And so that could have washed off all of the blood. She was the only one who had blood washed off of, or would have had the opportunity to have blood washed off of them, just because she was already wet.
Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
But the fact that the case has made me switch up my idea of who the killer is
What did the killer do
a
with the
couple
blood on
times,
their body?
it's pretty good.
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower.
The other thing, while Sonya was in a wetsuit, it didn't have any blood on it or anything like that. And she had put on her normal clothes right away, as soon as the body had been found. I guess Peko did too, but I don't know. Okay.
They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
How about the giant body of water? Okay, so it could be Sonya still. I know what the fucking trash can was for now. Jesus.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Oh, Peko, you wanna fucking fight me on
In
this?
theory.
That's suspicious as hell.
That's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Well, let's fucking fight, bitch. Trash can.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood. It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
Piss off.
I can't back down! We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words.
No water bottles in the refrigerator just because they were all in the trash
There were water bottles
can.
inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That doesn't
was
matter.
after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh,
Big
you're
facts.
right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner.
Then,
Why would he have
the
ever said
plastic
anything
water
like
bottles
that?
were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Now that I think about it, if they soak their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles... It was Pecco! She didn't go for a swim at all. She just was covered in water from water bottles.
It seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Damn straight.
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
Their name starts with a P and ends with a Eko Pecco Yama.
You're the only one! Pecco, is it you?
But why?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
You were covered in water.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard!
What do you want?
You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on, that's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
That he didn't run into anyone? Yes. Just a coincidence that I passed by the diner, didn't even pay attention to the beach house. Went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Fair enough. That's what the window's for.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Why
thinking.
are you
He was
fired up,
probably an
Fuyuhiko?
accomplice.
You're not the suspect. Pecco is.
In the first game, there was a rule where you could have an accomplice, but they don't get... they get killed as well if... And the person who graduates is the person who did the killing. And while that rule hasn't officially been established in this game, I assume it's the same, but they don't know about that right now.
Who cares about that?
That...
Answer me!
Yeah,
If
she
you
went out
have
the
an
window and he hid in the
explanation,
boat. That
then
makes
show
sense.
me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolved.
Well, if Pecco is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, Let's establish how the killer escaped.
I see!
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... Well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
This case is coming to a close.
Don't you know how high that window
Should
is?
be done in the next 10
There's no
or
way
so
Peko
minutes.
could have reached it.
By herself.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
And hiding in the boat.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
That's definitely true.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
Her sword?
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
No! Please don't be violent!
The object the killer used to escape out the window. We doing another logic dive? No, we're doing a Hangman's Gambit. Alright. Hold on, I don't remember the okay. Catch release. Okay, so I use the right click for most everything. Oh, that's not it? Is that a W or an M? Fuck, hold on. Okay, that's a W. I'm stupid. There we go. Bamboo sword.
I got it!
Pog.
You carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
You're damn right I am.
Yeah, Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily! Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Rest in peace,
Sonia,
Peko.
Ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Okay, panic talk action. Oh boy, we get to go into fever time and negative time now. From this point on, use fever time. Using the space key uses the focus gauge. Tempo will be pushed to its max. You won't miss during fever time either. By pressing left mouse button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault, but only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. You're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's Nega Time, which can be used by my opponent to make the tempo marker disappear. Please time the rhythm with your eyes, not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. Actually, the secret is just to use fever time when they use Nega Time. I'm not gonna tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Well then, good luck. Hold on, wait, what? If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. Oh. Oh, that's what he said. I didn't read that part.
Hold on a
Pretty
sec,
rude.
you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
He's definitely involved in this.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left. This is the end!
It's possible he has a crush too. That's definitely a thing.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back.
That's game right there. Now I just have to do the
When she leaned her sword
recap.
against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat.
An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off!
This guy, man. It's fucking nuts.
Is it true? You killed Mommy?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Pecco's motive.
Yeah.
My motive?
What
In
reason
the
does she
end,
have to do
You
it?
had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
Fucking shit.
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
She's sparkling justice.
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
Sonya's about to have a fucking nerdgasm.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun, and the enduring moon, the protective father, and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Pecco!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze, and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
Yeah.
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice! Now
Holy
then,
fucking shit.
let's execute justice!
What? What the fuck?
Pecco, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this chill?
Pecco finally snapped!
Everyone, please be
Fucking
careful.
weeps.
Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but...
Huh? An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask!
This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
He's asleep again.
Hey! Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer. Hey! This again? Huh? Sleep talking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless
She didn't
sword.
like my favorite anime.
And
Hold on, I missed a little bit. Okay, got it. Right, we good.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
my true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Jesus fucking Christ. Is this what happens when you watch too much
Stand this
anime?
anymore. Let's just end this farce already.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
It's like a diddly donkulous. Not even trying. How did he do it? Alright. Okay. Oh, okay. It's gotta go there. Huh? Okay, I guess that. And Let's head back to the front. Okay, that's just from that. There. Okay, sweet. The body. Where should I hide? That's not really noted. There it goes. Okay. And last stock. Start with this one. Letters. Right there.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Alright, there we go.
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they plan to manipulate the two's actions.
What a sound effect there. Nash.
That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said. And was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it?
She's like totally cool with it.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's a couple things I still want to know.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed.
You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Justice, justice,
Give me a
justice.
break!
Just
Who's gonna
ice.
die for you?
If we let Pecco go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never
Don't
go to
worry.
waste.
Monokuma has something better for her than an M60 will ever be.
Stand her anymore. Let's vote already and
Sure, but-
execute her.
However, before we do that,
Sonya, are you gonna...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Ah, he finally.
Okay, I still have a couple lingering questions, about the case. How is Fuyuhiko involved? Why is he helping, Pecco with her plan? There was something at the end there of the recap. Oh shit. It's not in there. Ah, fuck. So yeah, I want to know what Fuyuhiko's involvement is. That's one of the things. Fuck, what was the other thing? It had to do with the end of the case. I don't know. I just had it. Maybe it'll come back to me.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
But
Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast!
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about Sparkling Justice and Petco, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia described Sparkling Justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling Justice!
Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine in the library. There's only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. I see, so that's what it was. I think I got the difference between the serial killer
I see!
nationality.
That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
Spanish?
From Spain?
What?
Just assume both serial killers were from the same country. Don't never assume things. Never assume things. It's how people die.
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished.
Wait.
My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was!
I have no purpose. I
Who's
am just a
Fuyuhiko?
mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her
Fuyuhiko.
then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
That was it. That was what it was. The body discovery announcement. That's what I was questioning. That's what I couldn't remember earlier. Was the body discovery announcement.
Are you talking about the body discovery?
3
announcement?
people found the body. And we had
Yeah,
already
that's
only,
right.
and we had still
I
only
mean,
established 2.
Didn't Monokuma say so earlier? That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us 1 person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
So Peko was
No.
the accomplice.
That's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool.
Yeah,
That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
so
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
went the wrong way, fuck.
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
Yep.
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
We have an evidence file that shows that it actually happened.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first will receive the ending prize.
Shut up. What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right?
No. You're dense as a box of fucking rocks.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi. was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
Yeah, Fuyuhiko.
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
Played like a damn fiddle. Yeah, I lost out on too many points in phase 2. Yeah. That was the fucking phase with the swimsuit and shit. That was so stupid. If I hadn't had that, I would have gotten an A. But... Alright.
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Beg your pardon? Commercial break. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is...
Sorry.
Okay, I'll wait. So sorry, I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate no matter how you look at it. Pecco's the killer. No, she's not. It's Fuyuhiko. Why?
Hey!
It's obvious you're not a tool, you're a friggin' human being. Yeah, but if she sees herself as a tool, especially to somebody like, I don't know, the son of the head of the mafia.
Well...
I'm a human being, and I'm not a tool. That's what you're saying, you're wrong.
You just don't know.
Because you just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools.
Hey!
What does she mean, Fuyuhiko? Pecco and I grew up together. You two childhood friends then? No, completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kazuryu clan took me
I'm
in.
nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I have to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
You are wrong, you're not a tool, Pecco, because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
Huh?
Don't say it. I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. Huh? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
Is that why you were hiding a relationship? That is why you were hiding a relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on the island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it!
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood. It's because she is dead. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You
tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So,
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
But
I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told that we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this.
Aww.
Oh, sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
oh my!
You're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, I'd be totally fine. It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted to come... what? So I wanted someone to think about it with me.
But
If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow. But there isn't always tomorrow.
oh,
Sometimes you die. She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too.
but...
But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right?
Hey,
By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here,
damn it!
I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
and so
My young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
Wait, Girl E? But wasn't Girl E not even on this island? She was one of the murderers, not his little sister. So that is why you killed Mahiru with the bat.
Yeah.
But I still believed her up until the very last minute. That game was just a work of fiction. Even so, that bitch.
hey,
That game is actually real. Are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you...
I don't want to hear about
But-
that. The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
Why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
what are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. What? I beg to fucking differ. Oh, the revenge type of passing judgment on a crime. Okay. Yeah. That's fair enough. I don't really know if court justice or southern justice is the way to go with responding to a crime. Personally, I would never use southern justice, but I understand why somebody would do it, especially somebody like a Yakuza. Want me to be honest? The whole time I was acting like a coward. Even after I called Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment, the young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru. So we didn't vote wrong.
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
So we're not all gonna die.
What?
Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course!
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed!
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. It's not like Monica would just take that. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story. But we made the right choice. You're the one who actually committed the murder. That's what matters here.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes. So we fell for it. We fell for a trick all along. That's right, you guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer. But you're the one who killed her.
That's obviously wrong.
Hold on, don't act like our loss has been decided
No.
yet. No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling!
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on. I see, so for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him.
Great!
You would only go that far because here's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
Wrong, I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we asked her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm gonna ask someone else. Hey Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us. Is that your hope? I don't think we've heard that laugh the entire trial.
What?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth? Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but
Huh?
if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Young master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teruteru, are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that. Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are right now, right?
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. You were the one who ordered me. I just did as you... I just did as I was told because I am a tool. What a fucking tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Peko, but
Hey.
if you insist you're the killer, just as you said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Damn it!
Young Master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Yeah. Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young Master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you.
That's a bad tool.
I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master.
A tool doesn't talk back.
Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
Yeah, well, you're about to be fucking useless, aren't you? You still don't... When was the last time a rake talked back to you when you started using it to rake leaves? Never.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape.
So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young Master!
Young master.
I'm a disgrace.
'Cause if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young Master!
Oh,
Oh my, so this is how it turned out.
too bad.
And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh? Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad. You're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool with a heart. She is the killer.
Sorry.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this. Eh?
Young master.
You have a kind heart, despite being a Yakuza. That's why. You question your position, and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself? I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so, I wanted you to escape.
I wanted to protect you.
Peko.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Goodbye.
And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all, too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
You're the one who fucking did it. Whatever. It's just... Of course. Peko. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already? Let's find out what Peko's
never
fucking
feel
execution
despair.
is. Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Peko Yama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that. Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair.
jeez.
Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Peko Yama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it? I like how they're just like ignoring him completely. Like, don't even fucking matter.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I
needed a sword. I never needed a sword or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So... You didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
Just ignoring the shit out of him.
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Now this is getting really fucking sad.
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Peko. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young Master?
Young master!
It got really fucking sad really fucking quick. Did he just die with her? Did he just go and fucking die with her? What?
That is impossible!
You fucking died! Even Big Man's crying. This can't be. It was a lie, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion. What a waste. This is why she should have just discussed. Shut the fuck up, Nagito!
Damn it.
How about you shut the fuck up, okay? It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed by something so unpalatable.
Oh.
You.
What the hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed the two of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed, and I even feel sad and hopeless. But still...
Isn't that right?
What are you on? It's going to be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That's the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him? Him? I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the Ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. Alright, we don't know where he stands as far as the Ultimates go. He's kind of in a gray area, but at least we know that he is definitely against Monokuma. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know? I mean, to be fair, he didn't have to die. He ran in there and fucking died for the woman that he loved. She looks pissed. Not yet. He's...
What?
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko is still alive?
You serious?
Fuyuhiko!
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Serves him right.
You're so stupid!
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like
You
that.
stupid brother!
What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
I don't believe it!
A surprise order.
What the heck?
Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him. Duty.
Hey!
Because it's written in the school trip rules. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. Only the blackened gets executed, and Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to get executed. If I could, I would do something about this right now, but since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So,
Really? You'll save it?
like,
Actually, I was going to do that all along, so I've already prepared for this. Prepared? Siren began ringing out of nowhere. Gradually grew closer and closer.
An ambulance?
just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patient.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
After he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight. Is it really gonna be okay to leave it to Monokuma? It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. I don't know. If nothing else, he's definitely gonna be mentally scarred. He literally watched the woman that he loved get murdered right in front of him. So, yeah. There's gonna be some emotional scarring no matter what. Some mental trauma. All we can do is wait. Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know? It's true that he can't break a rule, but... You said you watched the anime for the first, from the first Danganronpa, right? Because I know that anime is really rushed. It goes over about 30 hours of gameplay and about 6.5 hours of show. Near the end, near the end of that game, Monokuma did do some things that would be considered breaking the rules, but in a very roundabout and disguised way, to where you really had to pry at it in order to expose that a rule was broken. I won't spoil anything. It seems like the same thing from the first game is happening here, as far as Monokuma's end is going, but I won't spoil what exactly that means. But let's put it this way, he has to keep his appearances.
However,
we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
damn it!
I guess. Things aren't exciting as exciting if a shitstirrer like him ain't around. What I'm trying to say with Fuyuhiko is that there are ways that Monokuma could have him not return, which would be within regulation. It would be some really complex bullshit, but it's possible. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's possible. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future. Not even a speck. As if we were in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast, dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Down to 15 days on the clock.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? More people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair. And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
End of chapter 2. So to put into perspective how much longer I think this game is going to be, that class trial by itself took 3.5 hours. Now, I'm sure that there was at least a little bit of time, at probably like half an hour to 45 minutes, by sitting and listening through all of the dialogue, as well as reading everything out loud. But I listened to most of the dialogue in the class trials in the first game as well. In the first game, one case from start to finish would take about 4 hours. We've done that just with the class trial. This game is definitely beefier. Question mark, question mark, question mark, dot, dot, dot. No one's here, right? What are you doing? I can totally see it now. Those idiots. I can't wait to see the surprised look on their dumb faces. But they'll probably be happy about it. They'll probably be very, very happy. Alright. What are you doing? What time is it? Holy shit, it's past midnight.
The Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is gonna be another perfect tropical day! Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today!
If it was the weekend, I would probably do that and continue on. But unfortunately, it is now technically Friday morning, but I still have to get up at like... I still have to get up in like 6 hours. So unfortunately, I do have to go. That was one hell of a fucking trial, though. I have to say, with the amount of twists and turns and all the punches that it pulled, that was one of the best class trials that I've played so far. And I think after this next case, I'll have played half of all the trials in the series, because there are 6 per game, and there are 3 games. Involving himself in Petko's execution like that, suffering all those wounds. Is he really going to live? And was it really okay to leave him in Monokuma's care? Worry has consumed my heart. My body feels terribly burdened. But that worry ends here. There's no way I can just lay here and do nothing. Loosening my stiff body, I slowly sat up in bed. I guess I should head over to the restaurant. That's right. Just do it! I should meet up with everyone at the restaurant first, and then we'll question Monokuma afterwards. I'm definitely gonna find out if Fuyuhiko is safe or not. Holy shit. What a fucking roller coaster. What an absolute fucking roller coaster. That was fucking crazy. Alright. Like I said, unfortunately I do have to go. I would love to keep playing right now. I would need to take a break after all of that, but I would love to keep playing right now, but I can't. Unfortunately, I have to be a responsible human being sometimes. This? Yes. Yes, it is. And that is a locker. I am in a very small room. And this... hold on. Right... Gage, move your head back. This right here, this is Gage. Yeah, if you lean back right there. Yeah, that's Gage. He's the motherfucker who fucking almost broke his ankle. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. Got my freezer right here, and my microwave is right here. So literally, I can just sit here. It's great. Ah, my God. I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about that. That was one hell of a case. Like I said, that was probably like one of the best ones. Huh? Meet your fans? What fans? I'm sorry. Who are your fans? The last I recall, you haven't even started making vlogs yet, so... I can cut off a leg, make it hurt less. Alright, let me just, let's do it. Yeah, just use a pen. Holy shit. Alright. I think I'm gonna leave it actually on this screen for the closing. I like this music for the closing music. It's pretty chill. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep playing this more. The first case of the game didn't really enthrall me all that much. It was kind of like, alright, sure, whatever. Kind of sad, oh well. But that case really got me back into playing Danganronpa. So I'll be playing this game a lot over the next week or two, because I'll still be playing other games, and this game is very long. I'm not even halfway through it, and I'm already almost at 20 hours on record. So it's gonna be a while. I'm about a third of the way through it. Alright. Well, Wrath, have a wonderful rest of your evening. I know it's quite a bit earlier for you than it is for me. It should be about 5:30 if I recall correctly for you right now. But, yeah. Have a good rest of your evening, and I'll be streaming tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to play some multiplayer games? I'm not really sure. My stream over the entire course of this 3.5 hour session has only dropped 195 frames. So I don't know. I'll try out the internet with some stuff, see if it works. But yeah, I actually also might be getting moved to a different room, which should fix the issue with the fact that my computer is connecting to an access point on the 3rd floor. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, have a good night, and I will be back tomorrow to play some more games, whether that be Danganronpa or Dauntless or what have you. Something. Good night.